Good morning, everybody. It's Monday, and I really want to talk about Chromebooks and what I want to see come out tomorrow. And I wanted to do this a few videos this week and kind of talk about Google I/O and what I'm really hoping they're going to do. And after some of the things I've seen start to come out, I'm getting really excited as a fan of all their operating systems. I want to thank everyone for coming and checking out this video. Good luck this week on Google I/O. I hope everybody gets a chance to watch, and I hope a lot of these good things do end up coming out, and that it's not just a bunch of hype from Sundar Pichai. Now, quickly, this morning before I get my workout started, I wanted to talk about a new Pixelbook. It's time for the Pixelbook 3, and we need to forget the Go existed. Let's forget the Slate. Let's go back and take a look at the original, or the second generation Pixelbook that came out in 2015, or was that 2017? Might have been 2017. That I had and was a huge fan of, and is physically almost identical to the Samsung Galaxy Book 1 that came out last year in red, except the original was in platinum. Super thin, it was foldable, it had a pen, had great performance, and then they did the Slate, and we know how that went. And then the Pixelbook Go, which I originally was very excited about, but had no pen functionality. It was $650 with an M3. Great screen, great keyboard, good design. Did not sell well, at least not where I'm at. And at the end of last year, it was teased that there were new Pixelbooks coming, and they were very similar to the Surface line, Surface laptop line, which I like a lot, except it had more pastel colors, more vividness, and the advertising looked absolutely great. I'm looking forward to those coming out. If Google's really going to take hardware seriously, they need more than just the Pixel phones. They need to continue to upgrade their products. With the Pixel Buds I'm wearing right now, we know that the A's are probably coming out, but they really need to be a little more serious about the Pixel Books. And they need to make them a real headline device, but they also need to make some affordable ones. The idea of the Chromebooks is a lot of people buy these things in the $200, $300, $400 range, and they can do that. They can make an AMD Ryzen 3 and sell it for $450. They're making an absorbent amount of money just on the use of a Chromebook. They can still use a magnesium alloy body. They're making more money per device than anybody else does based off ads in the Play Store. It's the direction Apple is going. They want everything on the Play Store. It makes more money that way. Live services. I want to see a Ryzen 3, 8 gigs RAM, 256 gig NVMe SSD for $499. Same keyboard you've had, multiple colors, and I want you to tier it. Ryzen 3, Ryzen 5, Ryzen 7, 8, 16, 16, or 8, 8, and 16 in RAM. Go up, and storage can stay 256 across the board. It's a Chromebook. It's going to be fine. And with that, they need to continue to work the integration of Android. Now that Android 11 is out on Chrome OS, this is the future that Google can really bring. If they're really planning to bring it, if they're really planning to compete with Microsoft and Apple in the future, this is what they have to do. It's not all about software. They need to get the hardware in people's hands, and they need to continue to doing advertisements and get people to understand how great their products really are. Now, we know that everybody uses Google, whether it's YouTube or Gmail, but they need to go past that. They need to get the hardware in people's hands to make it even easier to use. Because if you think about it, on a lot of people's iPhones, they're using Apple's mail client. Not all of them. The majority of them are still using Gmail, but there's a lot. I run into the issue all the time. They need to figure out how to get people using that so they can continue to grow their business. We need a three-way fight here. Right? Google's side of it is going to be them and Samsung together. Microsoft is also working with Samsung, and then you have Apple, who's already got the mind share of the children and the teens and the people and the young adults. You got to do something now. You got to start pushing. They got to start pushing hard. And I want to see R3s, R5s, no more I series, Ryzen series, lower power consumption, lower heat, far greater performance, especially if you're really going to be pushing Linux. And we also need you to start talking about how you're going to help developers create better apps to support the larger screens. Go the direction. Stop worrying about full-fledged x64 applications. Do what Apple's doing. Apps, apps, apps. Make apps better. Make apps easier to use. Start creating increase your development from inside with an actual vision of the future, and quit changing apps all the time. Continue to create the best ecosystem in all of technology, and it comes to your hardware. Tell me what you guys want to see in a new Pixelbook and other devices. Do you want to use or do you want to see a tablet? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Take care.